Welcome to the Business Miracles Podcast. I'm Heather Dominick, founder of BusinessMiracles.com and author of the book Different, The Highly Sensitive Leadership Revolution, found at differentthebook.com. Since 2010, I've been training highly sensitive entrepreneurs and leaders from around the globe to work less while making more impact and income by doing things differently. I'm so glad you joined me. Listen in and get ready. Get ready for a shift in the way you view yourself, your work, your life. A business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles podcast, episode 176, The Power of Intention. Listen in to learn how to counteract old patterns of setting New Year resolutions that don't go anywhere and are forgotten by February, and instead learn to use the power of intention as an HSP in business to lead you forward into new levels of what you really want with strength and resilience. According to A Course in Miracles, the definition of a miracle is a shift in perception. And that's a beautiful frame to power up in support of what is going to be needed from each of us and from us as a community of highly sensitive leaders to stay above the fray throughout this year. Which leads us to the power of intentions. Now, if I know you, and I think I know you as members of this Business Miracles community, you've set your intentions, you've drawn your tarot cards, you've written your journals, you have gone through your 12-month or 6-month assessment, you have lit the candles, you've waved the incense, you have spoken the mantras, you've done the yoga poses, you've counted the beads, and you rang in the new year, all with some sense of consciousness. And I would like to add a cherry on top to whatever you may have already done to prepare as a exiting and a conscious entrance. So let's take a moment to revisit what intentions actually mean. And if you know me, you know I love a good definition. So the definition of intentions, according to Webster Dictionary, first definition, a thing intended, an aim or plan. And let's write that down. A thing intended, an aim or plan. Now, there's so much that I appreciate about that because, in my opinion, there's such a cavernous difference between aim and plan. So I love that intentions includes both. But here's what really got me in revisiting this intention for the start of this year. The second definition, according to Webster Dictionary, the second definition of intention, the healing process of a wound. The healing process of a wound. And let's write that down. Now, here's the thing that I have for sure come to know about highly sensitive entrepreneurs is we are wounded healers. No matter what your business is, no matter what position you hold in terms of a career or within family, friends, we are wounded healers. It is our wounds and the ways that we have experienced, and I'm going to go extreme here, the ways that we have experienced misjustice in the past of being misunderstood as highly sensitives is what actually positions us to be so good at what we do. So how appropriate to begin the year setting intentions for the healing process of a wound, to make the conscious decision to use what has worked against us in the past to work for us in the now. Setting intentions is an effective approach for those of us who are highly sensitive entrepreneurs and leaders. Why? Because it specifically calls upon our highly sensitive strengths of deep thinking and deep feeling. Let's take a moment to write that down. Setting intentions calls upon our highly sensitive strengths, specifically deep thinking and deep feeling, which gives us the power to deeply create. Write that down. Gives us the power to deeply create. So here's the part where it's really valuable to just take a moment to talk about what takes us out from creating our intentions. Because if we go back to the definition of intention, aim or plan, healing process, there's nothing in there about setting a New Year's resolution and then forgetting about it by February 1st. An aim is a long game. A plan is a path. A process emphasizes the value of change, the value of healing over time. So, what would take us out from that? Shadows, highly sensitive shadows, specifically people pleasing, overprotection, over responsibility. Through specifically those shadows, we forget our highly sensitive essential selves in the name of giving away our power to another. Giving away our power by people pleasing. Giving away our power by overprotecting from even the possibility of being overwhelmed, giving away our power by being over responsible for others' thoughts and others' feelings. So, what is the solution at this magic time of the beginning? The solution is divine free will. Please write that down. Divine free will. The power of will. That is what differentiates us from other beings on the planet. As far as we know, chipmunks do not have divine free will. They have instinct, they have excellent chipmunk intuition, but they don't necessarily have divine free will. Now, it's a whole separate subject about whether chipmunks might be better off than ourselves, minus the divine free will. But we're going to focus right now on the fact that we as humans have divine free will. Spiritual will, divine free will, is the energy of confident living, confident decision making, and determination. Your power of choice, divine free will, helps you stand strong and resilient when you feel challenged. Through divine free will, you are able to respect the preferences of others while maintaining your own healthy boundaries. Through divine free will, you are able to make decisions that are grounding in your highly sensitive nature and expect them to unfold with perfect joy-filled outcome. You have that divine free will. Through divine free will, you are then able to notice and appreciate synchronicities and sacred moments that are filled with unmistakable presence of miracles. Through divine free will, from that conscious connection to the power of divine free will, you make choices that are business and life affirming and growth oriented. That is all your divine free will. Or you could choose people pleasing, overprotection, and over responsibility. Most importantly, what's so valuable to tap into at this time of the year is that power of divine free will is the power of re-return. Please write that down. The power of divine free will is the power to re-return. So what does it mean to re-return? Re-return is the recognition that our life is not linear. Re-return is the recognition that we don't base our success on where we are not yet. We base our success on the small ways we have improved. The power of divine free will to re-return and to recognize the value of re-returning is more powerful than a new year, new you. Because a new year, new you discounts where we've come from. New year, new you implies old year, old you, yuck, bad, get rid of it, ooh, move on, look, ooh, all the things we didn't do, ooh, have to change, make it different, better, ooh. And then we feel bad when suddenly all the resolutions and the goals that we set aren't met by February 1st. So I am proposing that we reinvent the phrase Happy New Year and we change it to Happy Conscious Re-Return. So let's just take a moment and let's envision this. The world is getting ready for that magic moment when the second hand clicks over the top of the clock at midnight, starting in Sydney, Australia, where they're celebrating first, and everyone bursts into cheers of Happy Conscious Re-Return. And their, beautiful Sydney fireworks go off, and across the sky it says Happy Conscious Re-Return. And then that echoes into New York's Times Square, and everyone's hugging each other and saying Happy Conscious Re-Return. And in London, they're saying Cheerio, Happy Conscious Re-Return. And in Hawaii, they're paddling out into the ocean. And I don't know if this is what really happened, but from their surfboards out in the ocean in Hawaii, they're yelling, Happy Conscious Re-Return. What a different world it would be. It is going to be up to us more than ever as we go into this year where we make the choices. We make the choices of what we hear, what we listen to, what we believe, what we think, what we feel, and then therefore what we create. We already know the research shows we as highly sensitives are the 20%. We already know we process differently. So this year is the year to let go of the story that processing differently as a person who's highly sensitive is something that is weak or less than. This is the year, the time more than ever, where we make the choice through divine free will to create a new reality, to hold to that reality, a reality created from our highly sensitive strengths versus the past pattern of highly sensitives, which is to wait for the other 80% to tell us what's acceptable. Tell us what's on trend. Tell us what's popular. Tell us how to be in business. If you haven't noticed, that 80%er world is crumbling. Do we want to join the free fall? Or do we want to create differently? Now, here's what myself and the Business Miracles team will hold for you. We will hold the container of re-return. We will hold the container of reminding you, when needed, the power of your divine free will, your choice. We will hold for you the container of intentions, the healing process, the aim, the plan. And as you allow yourself to be held in this container and to do the work that we are here to do as highly sensitive leaders in training, then the impact you're going to have with all those people that you come in contact with on a day-to-day basis is going to be amazing. It's going to be miraculous. People are going to ask, they're going to wonder, like, wow, how is it that everything seems to kind of be like flowing? This is the space. This is where we need to be and where we are meant to go and grow together through this year. And with this in mind, let's set our inner intentions and let's set our outer intentions. Maybe they'll be the same as they were a week ago, or maybe there will be a little bit of an oomph up from what you just heard me share. For your inner intention, my invitation is one word. One word of how you want to feel. Take a moment and write that down now. Let it just come to you. Let your intuition give you that word. No need to be in analysis paralysis. Let it pop in and write it down. And then take a moment and place your hand on your heart. And based on what you just heard me share, what is your outer intention? One sentence, an umbrella that encompasses it all. And again, let your intuition lead and write it down. And can that setting of intentions be filled with trust, be filled with ease, while also being conscious, connected, and in a space of creation? Let's take a breath in and let it out. Happy conscious re-return. Stay above the fray. It's the end of the world as we know it in only the best of ways.
Thank you for being a part of this Business Miracles podcast episode and for beginning to dip your toe into the journey of highly sensitive leadership training. If you are ready to truly use your sensitivities as strengths in all parts of your work and life, I invite you to connect for a one-on-one chat. You will experience being deeply listened to, and together we'll get a sense of whether the highly sensitive leadership training programs are the best next step for you and your highly sensitive journey at this time. Just go to www.claritycall.com to schedule a conversation. We so look forward to connecting with you. Talk to you soon.